What's up, everybody? Fat Boy Dan here. I am out here at the Memphis, Tennessee Bass Pro Shops Pyramid. You know, there's been a lot of controversy with this tournament that just went down. A lot of guys are talking about that 112-pound catfish that got caught. After being certified, it came in at 109 pounds. You know, it wasn't a tote, and it was kind of doing the weight, kind of not getting it level as well. Fish can lose weight, you know, being in the live wells, many catfishermen have caught catfish and had them girded to take big shad back up, big carp back up, as well as mussels. One thing, you know, people are talking about is Bass Pro going to keep it because the gentleman didn't catch it in a tournament. He caught it pre-fishing, which means it really wasn't for the tournament. It was for a pre-fishing event. And he donated to Tennessee Wildlife Reserve to actually give a little bit of research on it, because the catfish that big, think about it, that was only what, 10, 11, 12, 3 pounds off from the state record here, because I think the state record is 111. If they do decide to put it in their tank, which I don't think they are, what we've heard so far, they're going to study it for a couple of weeks, you know, do whatever they do, you know, in their fish and biology world, which they are very smart when it comes to that. They're going to release it back. Possibilities there is talk putting it in an aquarium. Me, I ain't gonna lie, what would it be like to see a catfish like that? You know, think about something. When you was young, you walked into a Bass Pro like my kids are walking in. You're walking in, Maddie, you enjoy seeing these big fish, don't you? What's this, seeing these big fish, what's it kind of do? It kind of let you know what kind of creatures are swimming in these rivers? Kind of let you give the spectrum. It knows that you're not going to catch them. But that's the potential, though. You know them are that big in there. And what I want to show you guys, come a little forward, I'm going to show you exactly what we're looking at right now. That's very, very massive. Maddie Bear, what is that down there?
It's a giant fishy.
Well, it's called a gator gar, though, ain't it? Now, see, we don't have gator gars back in Indiana. Well, we're starting to get them. But my camera does not even do that justice of the girth that is on that. Like right now, I see this baby, and I'm like, wow. And I see that prehistorical head, and I'm like, I'm kind of scared. I'm like, dude, if that's in my river, I don't know if I want to be swimming in it. Here's some regular gars. Okay, like that little baby gar right there, I've got something like that in mind. That's your long nose gar. I have that size in my river. Now look at that one, and look at that gar. The gar behind it on its tail, I have those. That's a gator gar, but we ain't got that. But look at the long nose gar compared to that. You kind of see what we're talking about. And I'm thinking that's a prehistoric creature. You know, it's probably enjoying its life here maybe, because it's getting, you know, getting fed pretty good and everything else. It's getting fed, and you know, it's just feeding up, and it's getting even bigger as it is, you know. So one thing I kind of look at it, you know, if they do decide to put it in a tank, kids are going to come in like you see back over there now. They're like, Dad, I didn't know catfish got that big. Son, I've been telling you about it, but you never really seen them in person. Maybe you're like me, you can't always catch some big catfish. Different situations for different things, man. A lot of controversies coming over this, but I'll tell you one thing. They always say, don't worry about what other people's doing, worry about yourself. Preach what you can, let your knowledge go, but never hate on another fisherman for what decision he makes in his fishing career, his life career, whatever career it may be. Me, if I would have caught the 109-pound catfish, I ain't gonna lie. I would have done probably the same thing. I'd have been like, look, it's a record. I'm sure that big catfish has spawned many times in its life. It took maybe 40 years to get where it is. I'm sure it's dang, you know, like, look at it this way, you know, you're young, you have your babies and everything that kind of carry on your genes. Me, as I get older, you know, well, he got my genes, you can see, you know, like you got the genes and they kind of pop out and they take after you a little bit. Like I'm a heavy set, my boy's starting to be a little heavy set, so he kind of picked up my genes when I was in my heavy set of my life. Where was it at? So maybe them big cats were doing the same. Vice versa with that big cat being 109 pounds. Oh, you skinny? You take out your mom on that. You got your mom genes. Yeah, look at me too. But what I'm saying though, I'm sure that fish is spawned every year for the female or male. It made its babies, it took its time, it donated back to the river. Matter of fact, where's that mama out of that? Where's that papa that? Where's the granddaddy of that? They're still swimming. The babies of that swimming. Kind of like that big pit bull you see on the internet. That big pit bull, it has babies. Hawk, that's it. Hawk like that. See? Stuff like that, man. I'll tell you what, man. I'm proud of the angler who caught that. Congratulations by all means to that, man. You do what you do. However it's going to go down. Bass Pro Shop. People say they're going to profit off bass. You know, Bass Pro's going to profit off of it. Me, I think all of us, two of them, I think all of us would profit off of it. What I mean by that, kid comes in, going to see that and be like, Dad, I want to catch a fish that big. Yeah, sure he's going to buy some tackle. Sure he's going to be buying all that stuff. But you know what? He's going to be buying memories like, Dad, man, let's go out to the river. Let's go out. Now maybe that little fish has talked that dad into buying a boat. Maybe he's going to buy it here. They're going to profit. Oh, well, maybe the next angler he's going to buy one off a used guy. You know, everybody's gonna profit some which way. We're gonna profit off of it. I'm gonna profit. You're gonna profit. Everybody's gonna profit off of it because it's gonna give back to the community. You know, like I said, them walking in, seeing them fish. Dad, you know, let's go get a boat, or somebody walking in here seeing these big fish in here. I would actually love to see it swimming in here. I think it'd be cool to have it swimming in here, and it'd be cool, you know, seeing a mass of that catfish, knowing that that fish actually lurks out there, and I was able to see it. You see pictures, you see videos, but seeing them in real life, man. That catfish was 109 pounds, certified. I'll tell you what, man. Y'all think of what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think. What would you done? Here's the thing, though. Well, you can't say what you would have done. You can say what you would have done, but what would you really done in that position? One speaks for this mind how they would have done it. But you never know. You never know until you're in that situation. That's what matters. You know, I get out on a tournament, man, I should have done this. I'm going to do this, but when you get out there, it's a different situation. Tell you what, man, I enjoy y'all watching the videos. Let's just see what you guys got to think on it as well. Remember, we're all in this fishing game. No need to hate. Let's build this sport for a later date. Until another episode of Fat Boy Dan's Great Outdoors, I want y'all to live to fish and fish to live.